Have you ever heard of a king who lost his throne, spent 14 years in hiding, and then came back to reclaim it? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of King Walagamba of Sri Lanka, a ruler whose life reads like an epic movie. His story begins in 103 BC, when he became the king of Anuradhapura. But his reign started with absolute chaos. Imagine this. Just 5 months into his rule, he's hit with rebellions, a massive invasion from South India, and even betrayal from within his own court. Overwhelmed, he was forced to abandon his capital and go into hiding. For the next 14 years, King Walagamba lived as a fugitive. This was no ordinary exile. He endured one of the worst famines in Sri Lankan history, known as the Bamanisha famine. Can you imagine the king of a nation, hiding in caves, facing starvation and constant danger? But through it all, he never lost hope. He had a small group of loyal monks and ministers who believed in him, and together, they slowly, patiently, started to build an army. Finally, in 89 BC, after 14 long years, he was ready. He led his forces against the invaders, defeated the last Dravidian ruler, and triumphantly returned to the throne. He is one of the very few kings in history to have ruled twice. But his second reign is where his legacy was truly forged. One of his most famous constructions is the magnificent Abhajasri, stupa, and monastery. This complex grew so influential, it even sparked a major division in the Buddhist monastic community, leading to the introduction of new Mahayana ideas into Sri Lanka. Even more importantly, King Walagamba knew that the recent famine and instability had put the oral tradition of Buddhism at risk. For centuries, the sacred teachings of the Buddha, the Tripitaka, had been passed down only by memory. He realized this precious knowledge could be lost forever. So, he gathered hundreds of monks at Aluvihara in Matali, and for the first time in history, they wrote down the entire Tripitaka on ola leaves. This single act ensured the survival of Theravada Buddhism for generations to come. He also transformed the very caves where he once hid into beautiful temples, like the world-famous Dambulla Cave Temple. It was his way of turning symbols of his hardship into places of peace and worship. King Walagamba's story is one of incredible resilience and determination. He wasn't just a king who won back his kingdom. He was a protector who saved a nation's culture and faith during its darkest hour. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tales from history. See you next time.